Good evening, friends. Welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Sridhar Kalyanasundaram, consultant neonatologist and pediatrician. I have got a lot of feedback about the live session on COVID-19, and one of the important areas is obviously the flu vaccine. We are into the flu season already. There's a lot of queries about whether the children should be given flu vaccine during this season. It applies to adults as well. So obviously there are two ways to look at it. One is the seriousness of the infection. The influenza virus overlapping with the COVID may complicate the clinical picture. The second point is we have difficulty from social isolation due to cold-like infection. So we can't differentiate exactly whether it is flu, whether it is common cold, whether it is COVID virus. So either you have to do the test or you have to stay in isolation when you get cold-like illnesses. So a 2-week period of isolation may mean a lot. And if part of the viral load comes from the 4 strains or 3 strains of the influenza virus that are protected by the vaccine, you may benefit, especially if your office attendance is very important, if you can't work from home. Or for your kid, for example, missing school will matter a lot. They are in the higher classes, you do need. If the child has online education all through, they don't go out much to play with other children, and even if you have younger babies who are at risk, if there is no other risk and you are following the social precautions, the social distancing precautions when you go out, you may get away without it, but you do need to keep reviewing the flu season as it goes on. And the safer option is to take it, but if you choose in these situations where the older sibling is not going to school, one of the parents is going to work but he is following the social distancing precautions, he or she is following all the measures required, and they wash hands as soon as they enter, they are wearing a mask all the time outside, the risk of infection coming home is less. However, there is no way we can guarantee. And influenza vaccine, the one we have here is inactivated type. There may be 2 different vaccines, the Influvac and the Vaxigrip, and we have to choose the appropriate one which is available in the market at that stage. And if it's the first time you're taking the vaccine, you need 2 doses if you're under 9 years of age. If you have had the flu vaccine at previous seasons, you just need 1 dose. And children above the age of 6 months, so infants above the age of 6 months onwards, can take the flu vaccine. Egg allergy is not an absolute contraindication to the flu vaccine as well. So to summarize, flu vaccine is important to prevent seasonal flu. Previously we were having a lot of focus on preventing the flu itself, but now we are in the COVID pandemic, so we have a double infection. So the benefit of flu vaccine could be from preventing a viral illness which could mimic COVID, so it doesn't lead to the social restrictions that we would face otherwise. The other aspect is that if you do have the bad luck to get both infections, the overlapping severe picture could lead to major complications. So you have to be sensible, you have to think about it in your own scenario. So just not going out enough or following the social distancing alone is not reason not to take the flu vaccine. If you are absolutely sure that there is a less likelihood of getting it, and you should always be open to revising that plan as well as the season goes on, because things may change. This is early in the season. We still have 5 to 6 months more till end of next March or even early April. So monitor the situation. If you do decide not to take it or not to give it to your children, monitor the situation and take an action appropriately. So discuss with your pediatrician or general practitioner to give you more advice as well. I hope this information is useful, and do share it with your friends and relatives, and I recommend that you suggest to subscribe to the channel as well. Please keep the notifications on so you'll be informed of further videos on this. Thank you.